No.
But I do have to tell you something afterwards when we're not recording about your last name. Remind me.
Okay.
I haven't told you because we've always been in a very professional setting.
That's you and I. We're professional always.
But I need to tell you something afterwards.
Say it.
Okay, I'll tell you really quick.
This is the best part. I was
my
telling
gosh.
Kaylee, we need to be more personal.
So my dad's from Malaysia.
Okay.
And the word Cote
Yeah, tell me.
means little boy's penis.
Immediately, I want to take off my headphones and put that on the microphone and tell my husband. Like, immediately.
I've been laughing too hard.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. Welcome, Jen, to the Don't Call Me Caddy podcast. Jen Cote. Jen Cote is amazing, RVT extraordinaire. She is the wellness program manager for NVA Canada, and she is also the chair and president of the OAVT, the Ontario Association of Vet Techs.
Yes.
So we are so excited to have you here, not just because of those positions that you hold, but also because you have had quite a journey in veterinary medicine. So why don't you kick us off with that? Tell us how you became an RVT, how that all came about, and the journey to where you are now.
Great. Yeah, I start from the beginning. My path wasn't always here. I was in high school. I decided I wanted to be a journalist, so I took all 9 English courses. I didn't take any science courses. I was like, ew, dissecting stuff, not happening for me.
I couldn't even dissect a frog.
No,
in
I couldn't.
junior high.
No,
never.
couldn't happen. I was like,
Or
English
the
for me, none of that, no science,
What
whatever.
kind of journalist?
Obviously newspaper,
Obviously
sensational.
true crime.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say, do you
at
like
the
true crime?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
probably more like animal
Investigative.
stuff. I was like animal.
Oh, I thought you were
loved
going to go with
animals.
the Kardashians next.
No, that was I was pre that.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay, so you thought you were going to be a journalist.
Thought I was going to be a journalist. Took all the Englishes. Really great at that. Loved it. And then actually, in between, I went to McMaster University for just a Bachelor of Arts sort of thing, and natural.
Yeah.
And then during my summer break for that, I got a job at a veterinary hospital, and I was like, oh, what's an RVT? I had no idea they existed. I'm like, that's kind of cool. Went back to second year, and I was at McMaster at the time, and I was like, oh, if I want to be an RVT, I need science background. I don't have that. So I took science in university second year, and I wasn't accepted at one of the colleges for RVT, but the other one was like, absolutely, you took science at university? Come on in. So that was great. So I didn't really start there, but that's kind of that's where my journey started anyways. And then went to school, graduated, and I got a job. My first job was at the same place I did my placement at. And I was there for the first 7 years of my career.
Wow, and this was general practice?
Yes, general practice.
Small animal?
Yes, small animal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been an RVT?
20 years this year.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm 19 this year.
All right. Yeah, we talked about that the other day. Yeah, big deal.
Yeah, very big deal. Okay. So you go into GP, and then you were there for, what'd you say, 7 years?
7 years.
7 years,
Yes.
okay. And then what after
Got
that?
that 7-year-ish, and I was like, I need to do something different. I need to be challenged a little bit. I was lead technician, doing my thing. And I was like, okay, got to get out of here, got to do something different. So I pivoted, and I was like, how about emergency medicine? I've never done that before. That sounds really fun. So I got a job in an emergency hospital that was about an hour and a half away from where I lived, and they were 12-hour shifts. And mind you, I was younger then.
Yeah.
12-hour shifts. I was like, I can do this. So it was in January that I left that job. So I live in Ontario. We have snow, etc. And it ended up being, 14, 15-hour shifts by the time I got there and the time I got home. I did that for just shy of 3 months before I was like, absolutely not, back to GP. So
What was the absolutely not? Was it the commute? Was it the cases?
Combination?
Yeah, it was all of those.
It was all of
It was
those.
a lot.
Okay.
It was a lot. I learned a lot, certainly, but it was a lot. So the drive, the snow, the unknown. I'd come from knowing everything at the hospital I was at,
Right.
to kind of being a fish out of water.
Not knowing
emergency
anything.
medicine, not knowing anything, and that was really hard. That was like a growth opportunity for sure. So pivoted, went back to GP.
Okay.
I couldn't imagine, change is hard for any human. And then the minute you go from being comfortable and knowing things to an environment where you're like, I know nothing.
Nothing.
I know everything, but nothing.
Yep.
It's the worst feeling.
Yep.
So then those 14-hour shifts or 15-hour shifts,
Yes.
plus a drive home,
Yep.
gives you 3 hours to contemplate everything that you experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just hell on
It
earth.
was wild.
Yeah.
That was the first major change that I made.
Oh.
Yeah, so-
Okay.
What was the second major?
Well,
change?
so then I went back to GP and I was
Yeah.
there for 5 years. And actually, yeah, that 5-year stint as an RVT in the same area where I was living. I kind of live in the Bay Area, Aurelia area. I was afforded a lot of opportunity for growth in things that I wasn't very good at, like outside of my technical skills, like communication, like leadership, like personal learning and that sort of thing. And I did really learn a lot. So I was kind of forced into that uncomfortable position of being like, okay, you've been a good technician for a long time. Now you have to be a good person to like interact with. It's what that was. So my communication certainly grew during that time. I'm really proud of that like era of my life, if you will. And we developed, it was an RVT-led model of medicine. So we had 1.5 doctors at the time that I was there, plenty of RVTs, plenty of support staff, and we really operated a really solid team that we still to this day call ourselves the dream team. It's really cool. None of us are there anymore. We're all kind of doing different things, but we still really connect and have that connection even that many years ago.
Do you have a group chat? Because every group chat with girls has a up name.
No, we don't with that particular. No, I wish
But
we
you
did.
should.
And you know what? As soon as you said that, I was like, no, but why not? Like,
Yeah,
I'm going
why
to do it
don't
right
we?
now.
Like we have one called the Meowfia.
Okay. Yeah. I
our
love
group
that.
chat.
No, we don't. And you know what? That's a really good idea since we all kind of keep in touch in kind of various ways of our
Yeah.
life. Yeah, but that was a really special time in my life for sure.
Well, it sounds like it because you said, we sort of glossed over. You said you were afforded this opportunity to get communication skills. Like, what was it just a really great mentor at that clinic, or like why were you afforded those skills?
Yes, the clinic owner, very big personality, well known in the industry, lot of respect for her, and she wanted to develop her team in communication, and she felt very strongly that that's where strong teams
Okay.
would lie.
Okay.
And so we
Makes
were given that,
sense.
and if we wanted it, and she would identify people that were more open to having that journey, if you will, and I was at the time. I was kind of ready to grow and kind of get into something that was a little bit bigger than what I'd been doing before, and I took advantage of it, and she just kind of ran with it.
Well, it sounds like a great clinic.
Yes.
Like you guys had a great team, great culture.
Yes.
Have you ever worked at a clinic where that wasn't the case? Like one of those toxic clinics?
Yep.
Easter egg.
Yes. Yes, I have indeed. And I think many RVTs have, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you've been in the industry this long,
Yeah.
you've probably worked at a place that wasn't as welcoming to technicians, yes.
Right. And what made it toxic? Like what was
Me, probably. Honestly,
You.
I'm being completely honest with you. Yeah,
I mean,
How-
ownership is
I'm here. I'm in a safe place in my journey right now.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
how so?
Oh gosh. Hard question in the sense that like how do you identify like what the behaviors you were performing that made it toxic, but I just wasn't open to learning. And so we talk
Okay.
about my like growth journey to be like communication, yeah, that's great. No, I already know everything. New hires or new people that would come on, I know I probably wasn't the most welcoming person
Okay.
to the team. I didn't want to be a part of kind of training or extracurricular stuff. I wanted to go to the conferences and I wanted to do all that fun stuff. But I wasn't there to be a mentor. And that was something that I think I lacked early on in my career as well, was a really good mentor. And so, I mean, as I reflect and kind of go, maybe that's the reason. I don't want to kind of lay blame on like the things that like, oh, I was bad because this person was bad to me.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's probably it. I mean, I've reflected on it a lot, and I actually find it a little bit hard to remember why maybe I was so toxic, but I do remember just not being open to learning or growing.
But don't you think, well, that sentence was terrible. Like mentorship, like to become a mentor, you have to have been experienced toxicity, but also part of the problem, right? Like you've overcome it.
Yeah.
To educate others on like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that or say that
Yeah.
or try this instead.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Jillian, that like if you have a good mentor, but you also have someone that's toxic to you, you learn. I feel like you learn one way or the other, right? And I did. I can think of people that were toxic in my life. Yeah.
Do you remember when it clicked for you that you might have been the toxic one? Like, was there a moment or something that happened?
Yeah, probably as I started exploring like more communication and growth in my own being, and so
Oh, okay.
reflecting on that. Maybe a little bit it was going into that ER and being a little bit more uncomfortable to be like, oh, I really need someone to help me. And I had some good kind of, I wouldn't say mentor, but good teachers or trainers at that time. To kind of help me through learning that sort of thing. But as I started to explore my own growth in personal leadership, team leadership, communication, that's when I kind of looked back and said, I maybe wasn't great as a person to work with, as a mentor, as a colleague. So.
Do you have any of those, Leilani?
Do I have any what?
Like toxic behavior situations?
I'm sure I do. I think, well, I will say one thing for me. I know that I have tried to be a good mentor for sure, but sometimes I think it can also be a fault. And the reason for me was also like a trauma that happened where I got thrown in like sink or swim into emergency medicine, where I was like fresh, brand new grad, and it was like, get in there and do it. And like, I remember looking around the ICU. I was like put on the ICU myself, like by myself. And I remember looking around at the patients and being like, oh my God, I don't remember. How do you do CPR again? I don't remember what to do. And I just felt, I was like, I'm never going to do that to someone again. And sometimes I think I overcompensate for that. And I'll teach people who don't want to be taught, or maybe it can come across as like, especially if I'm in there locuming and I see, like basically whenever I see an opportunity to teach, I'll try to do it because I wish someone did that for me.
I feel that.
And so sometimes people will look at that and be like, who does she think she is that can come in here? And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I say that every day about you.
Me too.
I know.
I would say that. I don't know if the rest is toxic, but like ADHD wise, I know I can't.
But don't you think we all I think we all have this shit.
Oh,
and as
sure.
we get older, we we're 29 forever, but like as we get later to 29, you just experience more, are more aware.
Yeah.
And you're like, shit, that didn't feel good, even if it was like 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
Oh, so far I've really liked my 40s, I have to say.
Me too.
Like, I feel like I can let a lot of stuff slide off my back.
Well, that's because you're in your villain era.
People can tell me things like pretty bluntly, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fair. Thanks for not wasting my time. Thank you for telling me right away.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's my toxic trait too. I think I'm getting better at it now that I'm in my 40s, but for sure, I think I really wanted to be liked, and so sometimes would beat around the bush about the point I was trying to make, which is really annoying for some people.
Like when you were younger, you mean?
Yeah. When I was younger. And
Sorry, what's the point you're trying to make?
I'm going to land this plane.
Just coming in.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But that's amazing that you're able to acknowledge it now and look back at it.
Yeah.
But it's also a younger version of you.
Yeah.
And you had to go
be
through
forgiving.
it.
It is. And to acknowledge that and say, I was in that space, maybe, and I don't look for the excuses. I'm not doing that. Where I move forward with this and, in my growth and communication and then where I am now is making sure that those that may be in similar situations, whether it's earlier in their career or a bit later in their career, I'm not a part of how that made me feel. In fact, I'm the opposite. I want to be a good leader. I want to be someone that feels approachable, that knows things, that can help. And that's kind of what I've dedicated the last 13 years of my career to doing.
So what do you do when there's someone, how do you handle a bully?
How do I handle a bully that's bullying me?
Or anybody?
You
see a bullying situation?
I mean, why are they bullying? Who are they bullying? What's happening? And I don't need to know those answers specifically, but I think just asking questions, being available, to the person that's being bullied or the bully, or why is it happening? And to be actually completely honest, I can't think of a recent incidents where I identified that. I've been pretty lucky to be in some good spots in the last number of years. So, I feel like the last person I knew that got bullied was probably me. So I kind of went home and I was like, "Oh, that's you." Yeah, I'm not in recent years, but honestly, I've been in a better spot in terms of the careers that I've been able to be a part of. That I haven't been able to experience that, if you will.
Yeah. Well, in hearing about your journey in vet med, the thing that sticks out to me the most is you've done a lot of things. You've gone
a lot of
from
different hats.
Yeah, you've worn a lot of different hats. I think that's what I love about this industry too, is that there's so many options, but nowadays there's way more options for RVTs.
Absolutely.
Because I think when we first started in vet med, I felt like it was like, you're either on the floor or maybe you can become a manager. Not everybody's like wants to be a manager or would be good for a manager.
Nope.
Or you could do like sales. And
Yes.
that was sort of
Yeah.
trifecta.
Yeah, no. And for me, it was like on the floor as an RVT practicing, or you went to emergency medicine. Like that was some people's thing. I remember I went to school with a lovely woman who it was a kind of a later career for her, and she immediately just like, I'm ER, I'm overnight. That's what I do, and she's still doing that to
That
this
was
day.
me.
Oh my gosh, yeah, of course. And those were like few and further between. But then there was like, I feel like there was this unicorn for lab animal, like working at a.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And I was like, whoa, like that's real cool. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I didn't even think like sales was an option for an RVT. I did eventually go into sales after my kind of 5-year stint, which I also said absolutely never. I would never do.
Why didn't you think you would do it?
So I don't want to be a salesperson.
Okay, but sales is just relationships.
Listen, veterinary medicine they don't want to sell stuff.
Yeah.
So
Listen, veterinary medicines, you became vets or RVTs or vets because you don't like humans.
yeah, that's right.
What you do,
We saw
what you
some of that earlier.
got into it.
Yeah,
was like,
absolutely.
oh, shit, this is all about
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do that, and then I did, and I loved it. I loved that opportunity.
And so this was right after the GP where you were getting all the
Yeah.
communication stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
so that really sort of set
Kind
you
of
up.
natural,
for
yeah.
being
It kind of fell into my lap, which was kind of cool. Too.
Okay, nice. And then how long were you in the sales position for?
Oh gosh, sales, 2018, 4 years probably. 4 years in
Wow.
sales, and it was part of that was during COVID as well, which was it was tough for everybody during.
Oh,
that time.
yeah.
So definitely learned a lot during that time too. Yeah.
Okay, and then sales, and then right after that, did you move into the position you're in now?
No, I
NVA?
moved into for the same company I was at. I moved into operations, kind of did some program and project management stuff. Moved into scientific communications at the time, and then I moved into the role that I'm at now with NVA.
Okay.
So I want to just jump in. So if there was, like, what could you tell a younger RVT about like your career trajectory and what they should know? Because you've had like different things.
Yeah. That one for me is just be open to learning. I wish during the first 7 years of my career, I was open to listening to people, learning about myself too, learning about others, learning about what was out there. There was just so much opportunity. I'm certain even back then, but especially now, if you're an RVT and you've just graduated or you're newer in your job, just never close any doors. Keep them open, network, be out there. And if you really love what you're doing, that's fantastic. If you don't, be open to just growth, personal growth, professional growth, whatever that looks like. Just learn, ask questions, just be curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to leave the industry. You could just go to a different aspect.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's so much to do these days, and I think that theme has come up a lot when we ask our guests for advice.
Yes.
Is like, say yes to opportunities, network, be
Yes.
curious.
Yep, absolutely, right?
It's been-
I feel like, and I hope people have heard that before.
Yeah.
But that's my, I lived it.
But
I
people
saw it.
are so fearful.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
think
scary.
there's like, I need to finish school and get a job and earn a paycheck. And then they just do that every single day
Yes.
of their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you get into you can
It's a
definitely
pattern.
get into it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
that's
get
what
into
we
a
know.
pattern, and and you know this being in finance. I think a lot of it has to do with pay as well, right?
Totally.
Like, yeah, it's just like this is what I got to do to get my paycheck, and then I got to and it's just
Yeah.
becomes this vicious circle.
Yeah.
And it's scary to take a risk.
I know nothing about that, and neither do you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is like, I just get too bored. It's not even more so about taking risks for me. Just like,
You're moving on to the next thing.
well, I mean, the riskier thing for me is boredom. Like that
Yeah,
is like
I hear you.
soul crushing
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me.
But I think it is that 7-year itch though. Like I think about
It's
it.
real.
Yeah. Like how long I've had steady gait. Steady gait just turned 6. And I'm like, oh shit, I better figure out my life here.
Oh
the
my
next
gosh,
year.
it's next year. Like,
I know, I'm like, I better level this shit up, But it's true because you start to like, okay, well, I figured this part out. Now, how do we like make it better, or how do we challenge ourselves?
Yeah.
more?
Yeah. Just how to get creative and So, being with OAVT, so you're and being the president there, like you obviously you care a lot about RVTs
Yes,
and
very much so.
you know, how the industry, how we're going to shape the industry, et cetera. And so I'm curious, like, what are you the most excited for in terms of RVTs in our industry in general? And then what are you the most concerned about?
Oh gosh. I think what I go back to being excited for is the ample opportunities afforded for RVTs. You know, I look at you and, you know, what you've done and what you're doing and other RVT business owners, but even, you know, being in general practice, being in emergency, but being in industry as well. I mean, I know a number of RVTs. I'm not in general practice. I'm kind of general practice adjacent what I'm doing right now. I work with other RVTs, and that's really cool to see. There's just so much opportunity out there, and I really want to ensure that we continue creating and utilizing those opportunities, identifying them, and doing that together as a collective group of people. You know, I'm based in Ontario, but across Canada, I think that's really important.
Absolutely. I love coming to these conferences too, because I talk to RVTs like you. We've got Felix and Fido right over there.
Yes.
Another RVT owned and operated business. Rue is
I
here.
saw Rue,
Yeah. So
We've been quick fast friends with Rue, actually.
Amazing.
having like a sweet booth gets people.
I mean,
to
it
come
helps,
and you
right?
talk
We're
about,
like, who are you? We're like,
what is this?
I love
Someone was like, oh, we saw you on Instagram. I'm like, Leilani. She's like, yeah, we know them. And I was like,
oh, so funny.
I was like, we're famous. No, we're not.
Not yet.
No, we're getting there.
And okay, so I love that though, like what you just said about, you know, just continuing, like us continuing to have opportunities and getting seats at the table.
Seats at the table. I was just gonna say we have to have that voice. Like let's keep pushing for that.
Yeah.
You don't even need a seat. You just need standing room. Like at the end of the day, like can we just have like a spot?
Yeah, get us in the room.
I think we're well on our way to do it.
Oh no, you are.
Yeah.
We were talking with someone else about this morning about like how she graduated 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was a 50-50 split class at that point.
Of men and women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that in one of the sessions yesterday as well. That there was
just
identifying the amount of women that are in the industry. Yeah.
How it's changed, and I think like it's obvious. Like there's more RVTs in the profession than there are DVM, so it's funny that it's
okay, so long. How many RVTs are there in Canada?
Oh, I don't know. Producer Kaylee can look it up for us.
Producer Kaylee.
I don't know the number. I could tell you Alberta, but I don't know.
Or Ontario.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I don't know all of Canada. But Kaylee will put it up on the screen for us. But in terms of like working with vet tech associations or even regulatory bodies, like why do you think that's important, and why did you want to join OAVT?
Oh gosh, I wanted to know. I joined the board kind of on. I've been thinking about it for a number of years, and I always thought that those people that were on the board, they knew everything, they had it all, they're making these amazing decisions, and I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to see what that was, and again, coming with this kind of personal growth opportunities that I wanted to have, I was like, you know, that would be a really great challenge. You talk about it, and I don't suffer from boredom necessarily.
Yeah,
I want the challenge, so I'm like, okay, that's kind of the next big thing. I've conquered this thing. I'm going to run for the board. I was successful in being elected.
Congrats.
Thank you. And then I learned it's a learning curve. There were so many great voices at the table. I got to hear some great discussions, interesting conversation, and I want to keep that moving forward. And you know, in developing my leadership, again, that's something that over time in my first part of my career, I didn't want to be a part of any leadership, and as I kind of I was just going to say age, but as I go further in my career, that's what I meant. As I mature, I want to continue developing those skills. And I think this is a great way to do it because I can still be an advocate and be in a position of leadership and still support RVTs. And those are the things that are dear to my heart.
Great. Okay, so I ask all vet techs this because I love knowing what is the thing in clinic that like makes you like just ick?
Cringe.
Yeah. What makes you cringe? What's your cringe thing?
Like, are you talking about a physical thing?
Yeah, like I can't handle saliva. Saliva's like...
Saliva. Okay, so that's why I was asking saliva. I can do anything else. Saliva,
Me too.
not
Why?
a chance.
Clean up diarrhea.
Not a chance.
No problem.
Send me over.
Yeah.
I have to like intubate a slimy dog? No.
What the hell's wrong with saliva?
No.
When it's hanging
No,
from
don't
the
even-
lip. and
Really,
goes on
Leilani?
my-
Please.
It blows a bubble?
I feel nauseous talking
Yeah, we
about
probably
it.
shouldn't.
That's
Listen, where's my glasses? You can fuck those up.
No,
That's that.
But-
It's saliva. And yeah, 100%.
I don't know what, I can't tell you what it is. I have no idea.
Nope. And it's not all like saliva. I feel like I haven't even met another technician that
Oh, really?
like that was their first answer, but it very strongly, like
don't
very strongly opposed.
I can't.
I have 3 large dogs and all they do is drool.
I don't want any dogs to even lick me. That's how much I don't like saliva. Like my dogs don't lick me.
Do you let Nolan kiss your face?
No.
No dogs should kiss your face.
No.
I'll just say
Let's
that.
not go there.
Like,
Wait,
public
I
service
thought-
announcement, do not let
I
dogs
thought
lick-
dogs had the cleanest mouths.
No.
Where did that shit come from?
That is an urban legend.
I don't know the internet. I don't know.
That was before the internet.
Oh,
You've
No.
seen what they lick.
yeah, they lick their own assholes. But like,
No, that is an.
That's
urban,
not real.
Their mouths are full of bacteria. Not a thing. I know because my grandma used to say like, "Oh yeah, if you get a wound, let a dog lick it." No,
don't do that.
oh my god,
I will.
I do not let my pets
I
lick.
will back
I
you
don't
up on
let
that
them
one.
lick me
Nope,
anywhere
at all,
let alone
anywhere.
my face. Like
No.
hell no.
oh shit.
I have like swapped out patients with people.
Yep.
For a Julie dog. Like I'm like
Yep.
I can't. I'm gonna vomit. Like I'll deobsipate that cat.
Yes.
It's fine. I won't do
This
it.
is the
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
is the
Leilani.
weirdest thing.
I can't explain it. I
No.
don't know what to say.
I don't feel the need to explain it.
I'm
I'm so strongly held in my belief that I don't need that. That's where I draw the line. I feel like there's more like controversial things to draw the line at, and that's where I'm stopping.
Exactly.
The line at.
This is a hill we will die on. We will die on.
Where's the hot wing?
Oh, yeah, that's your hot take.
Yeah,
That's why I'm taking.
I'll go get the
Okay.
chicken wing.
I'm not-
I got a box
I'm really
of chicken
generally very boring, so if like that's my
This-
controversy.
you are not.
Okay.
This
Oh
is
my
a shit show. You have boarded the Hot Mess Express.
Jen and I are on meetings quite frequently, and I'm always like, have to compose myself because you're so professional.
Does she do RBF to you in those meetings too?
I probably do it to her, so it's totally fine. It's reciprocated at that time. No, we're very professional.
We are. She's seen me get into professional.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
I
can
know.
Switch it up.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
It's weird.
we all can. It's like I go from being drunk to sober very quickly. Oh no. If something serious happens,
That's the
I'm here for
professionalism
it.
in you.
I know.
I love it.
I know. I just ripped my
Absolutely.
tights open.
You're laughing.
That's what's happening.
No.
I don't look like a whore.
No.
Anyway.
Oh boy.
Okay, that got off track. All because of saliva.
All because of the line. Okay, well, I'll ask you something else.
Okay.
I'm curious. Now that there's so much technology that's, technological innovation in vet med, how do you think that RVTs are prepared for that? Are we preparing them enough for going into these clinics where there's a lot more technological advances than there were?
That is a really good question, and I don't know that I know the answer to that. I don't know. I feel like I'm not removed from clinics, but I don't have that like intimate knowledge of like what's out there. Even when walking around the trade show, I'm going, look at all these amazing new businesses.
that's fun.
And I don't have that. I don't have that like luxury. I don't want to say luxury, but the opportunity to be on the floor and like learning these things because
Yeah.
it's not part of my role necessarily. But I hope so. I hope someone out there is kind of taking the reins for that and just saying, this is the way things are going and we want to bring you along. Entire vet teams, RVTs, whatever that looks like let's do this together.
Yeah, I almost feel like they need to bring in like how sometimes they'll have like a communications expert come in who's not
Yes.
necessarily a DVM or an RVT. I almost feel like we need to get like I don't know, some sort of IT person.
Yeah.
coming in with
Oh,
all
yeah.
the
God,
innovations these
they're
days.
so boring to listen to. We
Well,
literally,
no,
because
you
we have
might
this
get
in
a good
finance.
one.
Yeah, we have this in finance all the time. They'll be like, oh, you need to listen to all the new technology. So we had a hacker in one session. They had a hacker come show us how easy it
actually
is
really cool.
to hack their computer system.
Yeah.
And he's like, in 30 seconds, done.
That's
crazy.
interesting. I'd listen
I
to
That
that.
I totally would.
I know.
But
I
you
know.
could get like I just think of like, and I'm not just thinking like AI and stuff. I'm also thinking like how it's changed the culture, like the keyboard warriors who like what do you do when there's like a bad review about
Yeah.
you, like just even how to handle those situations.
Ugh.
Like things
Yeah,
have just
that's really
changed so
hard.
much
Yeah.
with technology that
You know what I did on the person that we had someone comment on a personal Instagram page or post that I did
oh yeah
because I used AI
Okay.
and they attacked me about not attack, but they were like aggressive about
I
AI.
feel very strongly about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
like
said
the caption.
the caption. Oh no, it was why would you use Chat GPT to tell you who you are?
Oh, you
Remember
used
that one?
You used like a Chat GPT prompt to write
used a
your
prompt.
eulogy or something.
Yeah, it was like I asked
Wasn't
Chat.
that the trend though?
It was.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay.
It's like I asked ChatGPT if someone picked up my phone, what they would say about me.
I see.
Right?
Oh, that's
And then this
I got
person,
dark.
so like, yeah, you did get dark.
wrote your eulogy.
Well, I died in the prompt. I died.
Oh, in the okay.
But
So I
like,
wasn't
Leilani
totally
was like, blah blah blah, whatever, nice things that Leilani says about me. And then this other person was like, why would you use ChatGPT? We need to stop doing this, yada yada. So this is how I'm going to handle haters. Delete. That's what I did. I blocked and deleted.
And delete.
Can delete. Because there's so much more truth outside those 1-star reviews or Google reviews
I love
than
that,
what's
yeah.
actually happening.
Yeah.
So fucking delete it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Honestly.
I don't know if you can all the time though. Like
I don't know if
Google
you can
reviews,
either.
yeah.
But there's no point in rebuttaling them.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think those like everyone's gonna have an opinion.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna be able to be who everyone wants us to be. I've learned this because I had a hater last year
Oh.
that
Yeah.
Leilani had to get me through.
Oh. That's really long.
So
I know.
I'm the midnight
You're
call.
not
Well,
sorry.
although I texted you at 3 a.m. this morning.
You can't text me, you call me.
I thought there was an intruder on the house.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure on the houseboat. I stayed there. There's like a locked door. You can't get around there.
I know, but
No, so there was.
Oh.
So
that's
we don't know.
I'm
They're
sorry.
going to check the cameras. But I asked our neighbors who we know that's staying in the houseboat.
oh, you did?
She also heard people, but she's like, I heard people coming in at like 2 a.m. I'm like, that was me. And then
Oh, did you get home at 2?
when I get to your house?
No,
Midnight.
That was at, like,
That was midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I went to my house at 2. And then when I opened the door to go to your house this morning, this guy was standing outside my door watering flowers. Scared the shit out of me.
Oh, I think he might have just been the housekeeper, like the gardener.
Well, that's what I.
But the 3 a.m.
3 in
one
the
is
morning.
where-
Oh,
he
he
was
was
like-
watering plants.
No, he was like, I'm going to check the cameras though.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
see.
kidding. I grabbed my water bottle and was
Oh.
standing by the front door, ready to like.
Oh, you were doing battle. That's your thing.
She
I have to get to
texted
the other
me.
side in the harbor swimming
With the jellyfish.
Obviously.
I was ready to fight.
We did learn she's a scrapper. She's scrappy.
I don't fight, but I can if I need to.
Oh my gosh.
But she literally, I'm like, what are you going to do? Texting me at 3 a.m. What am I, like, why would I be awake at 3?
Well, I thought it would wake you up. But
You
anyways,
got home at 2.
yeah.
I fall asleep in about 2.4 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And I sleep like I'm dead. Like I don't wake up. Anyway,
All right. So Jen, so you've been in the industry now for 20 years.
Yes.
I want to know what keeps you passionate about vet med.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I was just having a conversation with a colleague a couple of nights ago about
Yeah.
this. And we were talking about careers and what that looks like. And it's RVTs, honestly. And it sounds really
too.
okay. It sounds so cliche. I'm an RVT. I do this. I just love this. I love it. I love what I've done. I love the evolution. I love the opportunity. Everything about it. I think we just bring such a great energy to an already amazing industry, and there's no ceiling at this point. Like there's just so much room. That keeps me passionate. I don't see myself ever working outside of being an RVT in whatever capacity that might look like. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just got asked today. They're like, so what is there for you beyond Animal Health Link? And I was like, honestly, I just want to make
don't
sure.
call me Caddy.
Well, I said, I want to, and this
Good
is
plug.
part of the answer, right? I want to make sure that I'm still in vet med
Yes.
and that I am doing something creative.
Yes.
That's my only wish for my future.
Great.
If I'm doing that, then I am super happy.
Sure.
I will be very happy.
So on that creative note,
Yeah.
Jen painted murals.
Yes, this is another Easter
Yeah.
egg. You are an artiste.
I haven't picked up a brush in a little while.
Girl, I went
However,
to art school. Like I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts. And I have not touched that shit in 20 years.
I've touched it sooner than that, for sure. However, I did paint murals during the time I was going to school. I painted murals for a number of businesses and just made some money outside of what I was doing. I spent a whole summer actually painting one of them.
What a great way
That's
to get
amazing.
creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of it so we could pop it up?
I do, yes.
Can you send it to
Absolutely.
Kaylee?
Yes, I do have a mural.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fun story, it's at my alma mater. It's where I graduated from as a technician. So
That's amazing.
That is so
it's still
Yeah.
there as far as I know to this day.
Well, and I do think techs, like RVTs, are so creative
Yes.
because I spoke at the BC RVT.
I was just going to reference the BC the
their
conference
little,
there.
Yeah, their little trade fair.
Yes.
Not little, it's actually quite big.
Yes.
And it shows like all these techs that make things
Yes.
and sell things.
Yeah.
And they're all beautifully done.
Well, like art.
Oh yeah, like
okay.
cookies and art and knitting and stitching and
Cool.
like all kinds of shit. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, a close friend I used to work with painted mandala magnets at that one, and she actually, I bought one from her and she sent it to me.
I think it's got to be what it attracts because you're using your hands all day. You're like in the trenches.
Oh, I love
like
that.
you know what I mean? Like because I like I'm not creative in that way, but I do like special effects makeup.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes,
art for
I have seen
that is a zombie.
But it's,
Yeah.
like art, subjective, right?
Yes.
It's just,
Yeah.
But it also
so cool.
allows your brain. So I started taking piano lessons again, and I have an hour where my brain doesn't think about anything else except the
Amazing.
music.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like 1,000 times better
Yeah.
after a piano lesson.
Yeah.
Poor
That's
Duncan,
great.
he just listens to me bitch while I'm playing piano.
Is that your
That's
instructor?
my instructor. He's like 22, and I'm like,
Oh, Duncan.
and I'll like come in,
Sorry.
and I'm just like, I'm coming in hot today, and he's like, oh god, here we go. It's therapy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a few rapid fire questions.
Okay, sounds
good.
Before we give our final question, which we
Oh,
give to all guests
Great. Okay, I love it.
I think we're gonna do a hot take with you.
with Jen.
Yeah, I think we should.
She doesn't have a hot take. She said.
I don't have one. I said I'm really quite boring.
You're not
Oh.
boring. You're inspiration.
Oh my goodness.
You could do like some hot inspiration takes.
Do you want to do glamour shots with us? We were thinking of doing 80s hair, going to get glamour
Can we?
shots.
like right after this.
No, we
I
have interviews
mean,
after this.
It's just- listen, I'm easily swayed. Go ahead.
Okay. Rapid fire questions.
Mm-hmm.
What is one vet myth you'd love to debunk?
That you can cut the quills and pull them out, and then they'll fall out.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to
Bring
say
my quills.
dogs' mouths are clean.
Oh, that
yeah, can we? I think we already debunked that.
Chef's kiss. No, I think we already did that. We were very,
should ask
we were very
producer
strongly
Kaylee.
about that.
Kaylee.
It was the quills. Don't cut the quills.
Okay. One thing veterinary teams should stop doing.
Pizza parties for lunch.
Ooh, okay. That's a hot take.
That is a hot take. Okay, but whoa. Yeah, I think we should hot take that.
Do you think it's just cliche? It's
I feel like, you know what? Let me back up mildly, not all the way. However, if you want a pizza party for lunch and that really motivates you, like knock your socks off. I love that. I what I was getting at there is like do something that motivates the team, and maybe that's going for a walk together. Maybe that's having veggie trays. Maybe that's having, sing along in the afternoon. Like it's going to look different for every team. Yeah.
oh, I would do karaoke.
Oh, we were talking about 30-second dance parties in Saya Clement's lecture yesterday. There's so many things that teams might want to do instead of that, and I think maybe just check in with the team. That's the communication thing in me. There you go.
Okay.
But I
Love
think
it.
that is like, because what we'll see, like I see memes on Instagram all the time, like it's not a fucking pizza party, but then there's no elaboration to that.
It's
Yes.
the go-to. It's
No,
like,
no,
It's the go-to.
sure,
It's
I
easy,
know.
and you can send it, and that's great.
Totally. But like, I refuse to bring pizza to schools for the students because every other person brings pizza
Right.
to the school.
Yep, fair.
So when we elaborate on, well, what else could you do? Like some people just aren't creative. They can't think of like, let's do a karaoke party.
Yeah.
They don't
That's why
know
you
what
need
to do.
You need a creative person on the team. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
sure there's
go.
one of them.
There's-
Okay. Most exciting innovation in vet med today.
I actually, and I never got to experience this myself, but I really like the AI scribe companies that are doing that and taking notes. I feel like that allows the veterinary teams to be more present with the pet owner and
Yep.
like get them to take notes, because the amount of times I tried not to, but had my back turned to pet parents and like typing notes because I'm trying to record everything, and like maybe I missed something, and I
Yep.
think that's really great. It just allows that presence to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I just love when my vet comes in and we're friends.
Okay.
And she's like, just so you know, I'm recording this conversation.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm like,
You have to be transparent.
no,
That's,
I know, except we talk about everything except the
oh, I see. Okay. I was like, oh, that's very professional of them, but I get it.
She's like, just so you know, Jillian. Yeah.
Okay, last rapid fire question. Best career advice you've ever received?
This one's really special to me.
Oh, okay.
And it's might be even personal advice, but I feel like it can be career advice as well. And maybe this pertains to my later years, but be as patient and kind with yourself as you are to other people.
Oh, love it. Love it. Yeah. I think we can be so much harder on ourselves than
Then we ever
Then
would
the
be our
grace.
colleagues.
Yeah.
We would never. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Okay. Our last question.
Or our last. Why are you looking at me?
Okay,
Are you
I
good?
can do it.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay, our final question. 3 songs. The walk-in song, the win song, and the funeral song.
So I put these in those orders as I knew I didn't realize this was going to be the last question, but I thought about it. And my walk-in song is Karma by Taylor Swift.
Oh.
It just gets me walking, and I feel like that's Eras Tour like adjacent, because like she's walking, just like Karma.
Karma is a cat.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Karma's a good one. The Win song, I think, was the other one you asked me about. The Win song is High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. I really like that one. It's so inspirational. I just love listening to it when I'm like, I feel really good about something I've just done, and like, all right, I've got this. Like, we can go through this together.
Yeah.
And then my funeral song, and I don't know why this came. I put the first one that came to mind. It's "Come to Light" by the Arkells.
I love the Arkells.
I love it.
Oh my God.
That song to me is just like it's pretty groovy. It's a little bit groovy, but it's a little bit like, it's not like upbeat, happy. I don't know. If that played at my funeral.
You should also listen to Passenger Seat.
Passenger Seat by the Arkells.
Yeah.
I mean, if the
very dark.
Arkells could just come and play at my funeral, like that would be.
Oh yeah,
it
that'd be
wouldn't
my
matter.
husband's
Yeah.
dream.
I saw that there's this lady who comes to your funeral for, I think she does it for $500.
Like, I saw this too.
She'll stand there in black with like a black umbrella and not say anything or talk to anyone and like be a little distance away just to give a little bit of mystery.
I want her to come and sing the Arkells at my funeral.
Oh,
like that
okay.
lady. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all have to get your wills done and put that in your will. Okay?
Okay. That's my takeaway.
God damn it.
That's my takeaway from it.
Oh, that's my hot take.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was so
Thanks for
great
having
to
me.
talk
So fun.
to yet another RVT that I respect so much and
Likewise.
find so inspirational. So thank you for telling us all the things. If people wanted to get in touch with you, if they were curious about NVA or about OAVT, how would they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so email addresses would be great for that. So for OAVT specifically, it's Jen C. I'm a one-N Jen, so Jen C at OAVT.org. And if you're curious about NVA, want to have a conversation, that's Jen with one N, Jen.Cote, COTE at NVA.com.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Thank you.